Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, who here likes things that taste really sour? Raise your hand. Okay, well maybe just, I don't know, leave a like or a comment below because obviously I can't see your hand. My name is Burke and I'm going to presume that if you're watching this video, you like the taste of sour things. So I know you're going to love to hear all about the top 10 most sour candies of all time. Starting off at number 10 now, we have Cry Baby Tears. Now, if you're looking to get into the sour candy tasting world, you're a little bit of a novice, then these ones are great to try. They're sour, don't get me wrong. If you're not used to sour things, these will definitely make your eyes water, as the name would suggest. One thing I found really strange about these though is that the company's story behind them is that they are the sour tears of sugar babies, babies made entirely of sugar. I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with that idea. It's a little bit scary. The sourness must have got to their heads. Alright, moving on to the number 9 spot now, we have Altoids Sours. Okay, now we're reaching pretty sour levels of sourness here. Altoids are a classic and much loved candy that will leave your gums itching and lips creased. Luckily, they're also quite sweet, which does help to balance out the sourness a bit. Now, if your friend offers you one and you don't really know what it is, you probably will be sourly surprised. If you know it's coming though, it might not seem as sour as the rest of the ones on our list. This is the last stop for all sour haters out there. Get off now before we reach Acidville. Actually, that might be a whole other place. Next up at number 8, we have sour gummy worms. Sour gummy worms come in all shapes and sizes. Well, actually maybe not all sizes, mainly just worm size. But depending on which brand you get, some of these can be eye-wateringly sour. Some companies cover them with extra sour dust, others fill them with sour gel candy, and others just make them massive, like way too big. The idea there is that the bigger the worm, the more sourness they can pack in there, I think. I'm honestly just guessing on that last one, but thankfully there's no sourology professors watching this to correct me, I hope. Moving on to the number 7 spot now, we have the Sour Patch Kids. First of all, great name, I have to say. Secondly, they've been around for quite a while. These things have existed in one form or another since the late 1970s, and since then they've racked up 23 different sour flavours. Now, if you're looking for the most sour of them all, I think it has to be the Sour Patch Extreme flavour. It has an extra sour coating around each one, just like one of my school teachers. At the number 6 spot now, we have Lifesavers Gummies Sours. What a mouthful. A lot of you guys will be familiar with normal Lifesavers that look like this, but real sourheads only eat Lifesavers Gummies Sours. There's the classic pack, and there's also other flavours such as Fruit Drink, Wild Berries, Mixer Reds, Collisions, and the 5 Flavors flavour. They're obviously all sour, but unlike a lot of the other ones on our list, the fact that these are gummies means you're going to be chewing on them for quite a while, and that sour taste isn't going anywhere. Coming in at number 5, we have Sour Skittles. Catch the rainbow, taste the rainbow. That's what Skittles always says, isn't it? Now normally the rainbow tastes quite nice, but with Sour Skittles, the rainbow kind of melts your face off, to be honest. Flavours come in grape, lime, lemon, strawberry, orange, and apple. Now because there's 6 different flavours, every single handful you take will taste a little bit different to the next one. The only thing that always stays the same is this face. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so now at the number 4 spot, we have Barnetts Mega Sour Lollies. You don't even need to taste these things to see how sour they are. You can tell by just looking at them that your tongue will shrivel if you have a handful of them. Raspberry, bubblegum, apple, lemon, watermelon. It doesn't matter what flavour they come in, they are very, very strong indeed. I read online that one girl had to eat them using a pair of tongues because they gave her skin a reaction when she touched them. Now that should be a sign that humans shouldn't eat them, but if you're watching this video, you probably don't care too much for a warning like that. Melting its way into number 3 now, we have Tearjerker's Sour Cotton Candy. Now these ones are pretty hard to get hold of in some places, maybe to protect the public from them, because I've heard that they are very sour indeed. They're made by taking way too much sugar and compressing it with huge amounts of citric acid and then heating and spinning it into cotton candy, where it's then packaged and sealed. Now if that sounds like a recipe for disaster, well yeah, I think it might be. I've heard they give you goldfish lips for a week. Next up at number 2 now, we have Toxic Waste. This one isn't really a surprise, is it? I had a lot of this stuff when I was a kid, I haven't had it in years, and even just thinking about it kind of makes my mouth water. It's so acidic that most people are advised to rinse their mouth out or or even brush their teeth right after they have them. That's right, your teeth, which have survived a lot of unhealthy things in your life and will survive a lot more in the future, even they can't handle toxic waste. Now if that's not your body's way of telling you to stay clear of them, I don't know what is. If you haven't tried one yet and you want to see if they're legit before you do, there's plenty of reaction videos on YouTube of people trying them and just, I can't say the word melting again, but yeah, they melt. And finally, number 1 now, it couldn't be anything else, we have Warheads. Now I'm sure you've all heard of these, but did you know they were first made back in 1975? They were given the name because they were said to be so sour it was like a warhead going off in your mouth. Now don't take that too literally, but yeah, they are very, very sour. The good news for people who don't like sour things too much is that they come in small packages, so you can just try one at a time. But when I was at school, we used to see how many we could fit in our mouth at once. Pretty sure my mouth bled a few times. I've seen pictures online of people's tongues getting acid burns from eating too many of these things at once. Available at a store near you, somehow. Well, there you go, that was sour, wasn't it? What should we do next? Shall we do the sweetest candies? I guess all candies are kind of sweet though, aren't they? We could do a part 2 of this video if you guys really want. Let me know down below. My name is Danny Burke and I'll see you all in the next video.